Welcome back to the World Model Podcast. So far, we've talked about the theory and the research. Today, we get practical. How are world models already transforming real industries, and where will they have the biggest impact in the next 2 years? Let me start with something you might not expect: video games. If you played against advanced AI opponents in recent games, you've probably encountered primitive world models without realizing it. But we're about to see something radically different. Imagine game NPCs that don't just follow scripted paths, but have rich internal models of the game world. They remember your past interactions, predict your likely moves, and adapt their strategies in real time. We're talking about game characters that feel truly intelligent, not just programmed. But here's the real evolution: game development itself. World models will allow developers to test game balance, find bugs, and optimize gameplay entirely in simulation. Instead of hiring thousands of beta testers, they'll run millions of simulated playthroughs overnight. Now let's talk about something bigger: autonomous vehicles. This is where world models might have the most immediate life or death impact. Current self-driving systems are largely reactive. They see a pedestrian, they stop, but what about anticipating that a child might run into the street after a ball, or predicting that a car 3 vehicles ahead might suddenly brake? This is where world models come in. Companies like Waymo and Tesla are developing systems that can simulate multiple possible futures in real time. The car isn't just reacting to what it sees, it's constantly running what if scenarios. What if that car changes lanes? What if that pedestrian steps off the curb? What if it starts raining and visibility drops? By simulating these possibilities, the car can prepare for multiple contingencies rather than just reacting to the most likely one. But let me take you to an application that might surprise you: drug discovery. Right now, pharmaceutical companies spend billions and take years to develop new drugs. Much of that time is spent on physical experiments. But imagine if researchers could simulate how a potential drug molecule will interact with proteins in the human body. We're already seeing some early versions of this. AI systems with world models of molecular dynamics can predict which drug candidates are most promising, dramatically reducing the number of physical experiments needed. We're talking about potentially cutting drug development time from years to months. Now, for my controversial take of the day: I believe world models will create the next trillion-dollar companies, and they won't be the usual tech giants you expect. Here's why. Mastery of world models gives companies what I call simulation advantage. They can test products, optimize systems, and predict outcomes in simulation before spending a dollar in the real world. Think about Amazon testing warehouse layouts, or airlines optimizing flight paths, or manufacturers designing factories. The cost savings are astronomical. But there's a catch. The companies that win this race won't necessarily be the ones with the most data today. They'll be the ones with the best simulation technology. This levels the playing field in ways most people haven't realized yet. Let me leave you with one final thought. We're standing at the edge of what I call the simulation economy, a future where more decisions are tested in digital twins than physical reality, where companies compete not on who has the most real world experience, but on who has the most accurate simulations. The implications are profound. Risk decreases, innovation accelerates, the physical world becomes, in some ways, just a place where we execute what we've already perfected in simulation. In the next episode, we'll dive into the dark side, the risks and ethical concerns of world models. What happens when simulations become more convincing than reality? For now, in any industry that involves decision making, planning, or designing, you need to be asking, how can world models transform my field? The answer might determine whether you lead the next decade or get left behind. This has been the World Model Podcast. Follow me on Twitter for daily insights, and remember, the future belongs to those who simulate first.